This is the tragic love story of Romeo and Juliet, penned by William Shakespeare, one of the greatest writers in English literature. Our story unfolds in Verona, Italy, where two noble families, the Montagues and the Capulets, are locked in a bitter, long-standing feud. This ancient grudge has sown tension throughout the city, often erupting into violence on the streets. One day, a public brawl breaks out between servants from both houses. Princess Gallus, exasperated by the constant chaos, arrives to restore order. He issues a stark warning. Anyone who disturbs the peace again will face the death penalty. This declaration underscores just how deeply the feud has poisoned Verona. Amidst this hostile backdrop, we meet Romeo Montague. He's a young man, but oddly, he's not consumed by the family rivalry. Instead, his heart is heavy with unrequited love for a woman named Rosalind, who doesn't return his feelings. Romeo wanders the street in a haze of sadness, poetically describing the pain of loving someone who will never love him back. His cousin, Benvolio, tries to comfort him, suggesting he forget Rosalind and find someone new, unknowingly setting the stage for a much more profound love story about to begin. Meanwhile, Count Paris, a nobleman and a friend of the prince, approaches Lord Capulet to ask for his daughter Juliet's hand in marriage. Capulet feels Juliet is still too young, but he invites Paris to a grand masked ball he's hosting that night. It's a chance for Paris to woo Juliet and win her heart. A Capulet servant, tasked with delivering invitations, coincidentally runs into Romeo and Ben. The servant can't read, so he asks Romeo for help. As Romeo reads the list, he discovers that Rosalind will be at the party. Benvolio seizes the opportunity, insisting they should go. His motive isn't just for Romeo to see Rosalind, but to open his eyes to the other beautiful women of Verona. At the Capulets' grand masked ball, the air is filled with music as guests in elegant masks dance the night away. Romeo arrives with Benvolio and their quick-witted friend Mercutio. Almost instantly, Romeo's world is turned upside down. Across the crowded room, he sees Juliet for the first time, and he is completely captivated. Drawn to her beauty, Romeo approaches her. They exchange poetic, heartfelt words, and even share a kiss. In that moment, they have no idea who the other is, but it isn't long before the truth comes out. Romeo learns that the girl who has stolen his heart is a Capulet, and Juliet discovers that she has just kissed a Montague. Despite their families being sworn enemies, their connection is powerful and immediate. A deep, star-crossed love begins to blossom. After the party, Romeo finds he can't bear to leave Juliet. He secretly climbs over the wall and into the Capulet orchard. It's a beautiful garden, bathed in moonlight and soft shadows. There, he sees Juliet on her balcony. He overhears her speaking her thoughts aloud, expressing her deep feelings for him and questioning why their family names should be a barrier to their love. Moved by her words, Romeo reveals himself. This is the iconic balcony scene where they both confess their love for one another. Juliet tells Romeo that if his intentions are true, he should send word the next day with a plan for them to marry. This fragile romantic moment is a turning point where their love starts to challenge the fear and conflict that surrounds them. The next morning, Romeo rushes to see Friar Lawrence, a wise and kind-hearted priest? Romeo explains his newfound love for Juliet and begs the friar to marry them. The friar is shocked at how quickly Romeo has moved on from Rosalind, but he agrees to perform the secret ceremony. He hopes that this union might finally bring peace to the warring families. With the help of Juliet's loyal nurse, Romeo and Juliet are secretly married that very day, their hearts full of hope for a future together, even as danger looms. But their peace is short-lived. Juliet's fiery cousin Tybalt is enraged that Romeo, a Montague, dared to crash the Capulet ball. He challenges Romeo to a duel. Romeo, now secretly related to Tybalt through his marriage to Juliet, refuses to fight. When Romeo tries to de-escalate the situation, his loyal friend Mercutio steps in, unable to stand Tybalt's insults. The sword fight escalates, and Mercutio is fatally wounded. As he lies dying, Mercutio curses both the Montague and Capulet houses, a powerful indictment of their senseless hatred. Blinded by grief and rage, Romeo confronts Tybalt and, in a moment of fury, kills him. When Prince Aeschylus arrives, he doesn't sentence Romeo to death, but banishes him from Verona. For Romeo, this punishment is worse than death, because it means being separated from Juliet and the new life they had just begun. When Juliet hears the news of Tybalt's death and Romeo's banishment, she is overcome with shock and sorrow. For a brief moment, she feels anger toward Romeo for killing her cousin, but her love for him is stronger, and she quickly forgives him. Friar Lawrence advises Romeo to visit Juliet one last time before he must flee to the nearby city of Mantua, where he can hide until a plan can be made. The two lovers share a tender, heart-wrenching farewell, filled with worry but bound by their unwavering devotion. Meanwhile, Juliet's parents, completely unaware of her secret marriage, make a decision that will seal her fate. They arrange for her to marry Count Paris, believing it will secure her future and lift her spirits. When Juliet refuses, her father becomes enraged and threatens to disown her if she disobeys. Desperate, Juliet turns to Friar Lawrence for help once more. The friar devises a dangerous plan. He gives Juliet a potion that will make her appear to be dead for 42 hours. The idea is for her family to find her, place her in the family tomb, and once she awakens, Romeo will be there to rescue her. Then they can escape together. Though terrified of the risks, like waking up alone in a tomb, Juliet bravely agrees and drinks the potion. The next morning, Juliet's family discovers her motionless body and believes she is truly dead. The Capulet household is plunged into grief, and Juliet is prepared for burial. But the crucial message explaining the friar's plan never reaches Romeo. The messenger is delayed by a quarantine. Instead, Romeo's servant, who saw Juliet being buried, rushes to Mantua and tells Romeo only that Juliet is dead. Devastated beyond measure, Romeo buys a fast-acting poison from an apothecary. He is determined to return to Verona and die by Juliet's side rather than live a life without her. At the Capulet tomb, Romeo encounters Paris, who has come to mourn his would-be bride. Paris mistakes Romeo for a grave robber and confronts him. A fight breaks out, and Romeo kills Paris. He then enters the tomb, sees Juliet's seemingly lifeless body, and drinks the poison, dying beside her. Just moments later, Juliet awakens from her deep sleep, to find Romeo dead, overcome with grief, and seeing no reason to live without him, she takes Romeo's dagger and ends her own life. When the prince and both families arrive at the scene, Friar Lawrence confesses everything, explaining the tragic series of misunderstandings. Seeing the lifeless bodies of their children, the Montagues and Capulets are finally forced to confront the devastating consequences of their long-standing hatred. They agree to end their feud and make peace, vowing to build golden statues in honor of Romeo and Juliet. This heartbreaking story serves as a powerful reminder of how love, fate, impulsiveness, and miscommunication can lead to unimaginable loss, but also how peace can ultimately rise from the ashes of tragedy. If you enjoyed this story, please like, comment with your favorite moment, and subscribe to my channel for more amazing stories. Thank you so much for watching.